Clarisse LaRue has it in for Percy, especially in the show. But her reasoning in the show is, well, there's a bit of a motivation behind it. But I want to explore what that motivation is and where it came from. Because, well, glory is clearly very important to Clarisse. But why? In the show, when we meet Clarisse, she's already antagonistic from the get-go. But we don't really understand why she's antagonistic towards Percy. There's not really much explanation that comes from it until we see her in Capture the Flag. Because in Capture the Flag, we hear straight from her mouth the reason why she is fully anti-Percy. She doesn't believe that he defeated the Minotaur. At least she doesn't want to believe that he defeated the Minotaur. Because defeating the Minotaur, not only is it a huge, incredible achievement, it is something that has overshadowed any other form of glory that has happened in Camp Half-Blood. And like I talked about in my video talking about what is glory in the show, glory is the thing that gains the parents' attention. And for Clarisse, she gained a spear from her dad, something that I admit was not mentioned in the show, but the spear was a gift from her father, Ares, who most likely gifted it to her through some act of glory, most likely an act of glory that happened at camp itself, seeing as the kids rarely get to go out on actual quests. But then we have Percy, a complete and utter newbie to the world of Greek mythology, who defeated the Minotaur not with relative ease or without sacrifice in the case of his mum, but he has come in with glory attached to his name instantly, without having to work for it in any form whatsoever. He may not have been claimed by a parent yet, which is obviously an additional element of glory to a degree, but it has led to him being someone who is not necessarily looked up to by the campers, but someone who has clear, incredible skill, who is most likely going to gain glory at Camp Half-Blood and make a name for himself more so than anyone who is already there. I mean, he defeated an actual monster, something that most people in Camp Half-Blood itself most likely have never done. So Clarisse, someone who, like most kids in Camp Half-Blood, is desperate for her parents' attention through the action of glory, which, as I theorized, is something that the gods made up to make the kids, believe in them in some way or, not turn against them, which didn't exactly work in Luke's case. But she is so anti-Percy that she wants him to say it isn't true, that he didn't defeat the Minotaur, because for him to do something glory-worthy so easily, and, well, in her mind, but so quickly that it's not even been his first official day at Camp Half-Blood, and he already did something so incredible that everyone is talking about it. It, in her mind, most likely undermines anything she may have done that gained her that glory acclaim from her father. We even hear from her dad, Ares, in episode 5, where he basically says he doesn't give a damn about his kids. They just whine, they want attention, and he's just not interested. She's possibly even aware of this, because the spear is likely the only thing she's ever received from her dad. Maybe even anyone in her actual cabin has received from Ares. And Percy, having glory so quickly, it's bound to make anyone who is desperately seeking glory in any way whatsoever to get attention from their godly parent, it's going to make anyone riled up. And that's kind of why I think Clarisse may have attacked Percy, because it's not necessarily that he had it handed to him, taking down the Minotaur and being claimed so quickly, seemingly, by his father, Poseidon, and then the fact that he is a child of the big three, which is, a trifecta of glory level, minus, the fact that he's technically a cursed child to a degree. But all of that would make anyone who is possibly neglected both by a mortal parent and her godly parent vengeful and angry and frustrated, because wouldn't you be? Someone came in, had glory already on their shoulders when you had to work so hard for it. I'd be a little bit resentful as well. That doesn't justify what she did, by the way. I mean, no one deserves their head shoved in the toilet, and no one deserves to be harassed for something they didn't actually do. But I can kind of understand a little bit of her perspective through the show, because these kids, they are neglected, they are forgotten about, and, you know, that's bound to make anyone a little bit sensitive. But what do you guys think? Why do you think Clarisse zeroed in on Percy? And like me, did you kind of like a little bit of how they did it in the show in comparison to the books? Because in the book, she's just kind of a bully for a bully's sake, and that's never actually interesting. I'm also really excited for how they're going to explore this further in season 2, because season 2 is Clarisse's season, and Annabeth's, of course, and then Percy because it's after him, but it doesn't matter. But yes, what do you think? Why did Clarisse target Percy? Let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. By the way, everyone, I'm so sorry that I've been away. I had tonsillitis back to back. I've technically still got it, so this is my 4th time this year now. So it's just not been great, but I'm hoping to get some more content out because I'm able to talk a little bit better now. So thank you for your patience. As always, be sure to subscribe, check out my Patreon, check out my books, check out my interview with Suzanne Cryer, who played Echidna in the TV show, linked below or up here. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.